The technological landscape is not merely evolving, it is dissolving the boundaries between the physical and the digital. For decades, our interaction with technology has been fundamentally centered around discrete, attention-demanding devices, the personal computer, the smartphone, the tablet. We have operated in a paradigm of conscious interaction, where using a device requires a deliberate, often distracting, shift of focus. Today, a profound transformation is underway, giving rise to what is being called ambient computing. This concept represents the next logical leap beyond the Internet of Things, IoT, moving from a collection of smart objects to a truly pervasive, intuitive, and almost invisible digital environment. Ambient computing is not about more devices, it is about making the devices we use, and the data they generate, vanish into the background, supporting our lives without demanding our constant attention. It is the realization of Mark Weiser's vision of ubiquitous computing, articulated over 30 years ago, finally reaching a point of commercial and practical maturity. This shift fundamentally alters the relationship between humanity and technology, positioning digital intelligence not as a tool we actively wield, but as an ever-present, context-aware layer woven into the fabric of our daily existence. The core philosophical difference between previous technology eras and the age of ambient computing lies in the principle of contextual awareness and predictive utility. Where the smartphone era demanded input to deliver output, the ambient era strives for zero-touch interaction. It is a system that anticipates needs, processes information streams, and executes tasks based on an exhaustive understanding of the user's current environment, emotional state, and long-term goals. This ecosystem is built upon several foundational technological pillars that are only now converging with the necessary speed and power to make this vision a reality. The first and most crucial pillar is the democratization of miniaturized, low-power sensor technology. The proliferation of MEMS, microelectromechanical systems, sensors, capable of measuring everything from acceleration and angular velocity to atmospheric pressure and chemical compounds, has created a real-time data map of the world. These sensors, costing mere pennies and consuming microwatts of power, are no longer confined to specialized industrial equipment. They are embedded in everything from clothing and jewelry to furniture, paint, and infrastructure. This dense sensor network acts as the nervous system of the ambient environment, constantly feeding raw data into the system. It is this pervasive data collection that provides the fidelity required for true contextual understanding. A smart home system, for example, no longer simply detects an open door, it measures the change in air quality, the volume and nature of ambient sound, the change in lighting color temperature, and the specific gait of the individual entering the room. This rich data set moves the system's understanding from a simple binary state, door open/closed, to a nuanced situational awareness. An elderly relative has just arrived, and the system should adjust the heating and lighting proactively. The second, and perhaps most revolutionary, pillar is the advancement of edge artificial intelligence and distributed machine learning. The sheer volume of data generated by a truly ambient environment would instantly overwhelm traditional cloud computing infrastructure. Consider a city where every light fixture, every crosswalk, and every piece of public transport is a streaming sensor node. Processing this data in a centralized cloud is inefficient in terms of bandwidth, latency, and security. Ambient computing solves this by shifting the intelligence closer to the data source. Edge AI refers to the deployment of machine learning models directly onto the devices themselves. This allows for instantaneous, localized processing and decision-making. The smart doorbell, for instance, doesn't need to send a video stream to the cloud to identify a package delivery. The onboard neural network performs the object detection locally, only sending a small, compressed alert. This concept extends further into federated learning, where multiple edge devices collaboratively train a single shared AI model without exchanging their raw, private data. This is critical for privacy and compliance, allowing the ambient system to improve its understanding of collective human behavior while protecting the sensitive, personal context of the individual. The implication is a system that is simultaneously ubiquitous and highly secure, performing complex inference in real time without relying on constant internet connectivity. The third pillar is the development of natural and multimodal user interfaces. The ambient experience is defined by the absence of screens and keyboards as primary interaction points. Instead, interaction flows through natural human communication channels, voice, gaze, gesture, and even biofeedback. Advanced Natural Language Processing (NLP)